Everyone, so now we are going to do the host root configuration. So I hope you remember host root. We told we need to assign single host, means only one computer can we access. So let's do the lab so you will have more idea. Okay, so I am taking here the router R1 and router R2. You can give any number R1 or R2, whatever you want. I have one switch here, I have another switch here. I can say I have some server here, and here I have one computer. This is a scenario. And let me take the cable. I will connect the cable from here to here, here to here, and from here to here. Now we will put the IP schema. So I will say this interface R1 interface F0 by 0 we are going to take 192.168.1.1, and the other interface we will put here. Okay, let me move this up, and the other interface we will give here 192.168.12.1, and the other side here we will give 192.168.12.2. This is the IP schema I am using. Directly connected should we have same subnet, so this one should have the same subnet. So we are using 192.168.12.1, 192.168.12.2 here, 192.168.1.1 here. Here we can give like 192.168.2.1. okay, this one is the IP schema we are going to use. If you want, I will make little zoom this one. Okay, I zoom this one. Let me move this here. And what IP we are going to assign here, this one should we give label as this 1.2. okay, just I am putting the IP's schema. I will go here, I will assign the IP, and the gateway should be the router interface IP. This router interface IP should be the gateway for this machine. And here you have two server. You can say any server, like this is a payroll server, and IP you can see this subnet. Okay, this subnet IP we should give here. So I will use here 192.168.2.2, and now we will assign this IP to this server also. Go desktop IP config, and the gateway should be the router IP. So router IP is this one, 192.168.2.1. and this way we can see this is a web server or any server, whatever you want to say, web server. And the IP I will put here 192.168.2.3. okay, this one we have, and let me assign the IP to the server, and the gateway is same like 2.1. This is the topology we are going to use. And here what you will have, your manager told configure the host root. Okay, imagine your manager told configure the host root, only this host is accessible, this host should not accessible. Then how we can configure? So you need to remember, whenever you are doing the routing, you should have forward routing and the reverse routing. Example, this guy is sending the traffic will come like this, it will go to this router here. Okay, like this traffic is coming to the router, this way it will go here, means come to this router, go here like this, and then go to this server. Then the traffic will go back also, because he is sending some request, maybe he is accessing the website or sending the ping, that will come like this way, and reply should go back, so it will go back like this. So we should have the forward and the reverse routing. So forward routing means we are saying go like this, and again reverse routing means we are saying okay, reply like this. So both routing we should have, forward and reverse routing. If we don't have the reverse routing, then it will not work. So we should have forward and reverse routing. So we need to say to this router, if anyone want to go to this subnet, allow them. Like generally what we are doing, static route, we are saying to this R1, if anyone want to go to this subnet, forward the traffic to this IP. And same thing for R2, we are saying R2, if anyone want to go to this subnet, forward the traffic to this IP. Like this we are doing before. In the static route we are doing like that way. In the static route we are doing that way. Okay, but now we will not allow the complete subnet. Before, if you remember, we are writing like this: IP route, then the network ID. Example, here we will take this subnet and calculate the network ID. This is 192.168.2.1, and this is for class C. So you have 3 network portion, 1 host portion. So you will make the host portion as a 0 to calculate the network ID. So you have like this. So you will write IP route 192.168.2.0, and the subnet mask of this one 255.255.255.0, and next hop you will put this IP. Generally we are doing like this way. If you want to configure the static route, we are doing like this. You will put this in this router, and same thing you will put the IP route in this router and the network ID of this one, and next hop is this one. A reverse routing we can put same as we do for static routing, but the forward routing we should not put the subnet, we should put the single IP, because our manager told allow only host. Host means only one computer or one server. So if you want to allow only one server, then you need to put the, what we can say, that server IP, complete IP, not the network. If you put like this 2.0, it is accessible by this one also, this one also. If later in the future, if they add more server, that server also accessible. So what we can do, we need to put the complete IP, not the network ID. Now we put the network ID. When we put the network ID, whatever the IP you have, like 192.168.2 dot, in the place of 0, 1 till 254, all that computer will allow, all this IP will be allowed to access. Later if they bring and they put the new IP, same like this 192.168.2.4, that is also allowed, 2.5 that is also allowed, till 2.245 it is allowed. So we are saying, our manager is saying allow only this one computer. So we need to write the complete IP. So what we will do here, we will write the complete IP 3, because this IP is 2.3, and here you will put 255. 255 means match the digits, this one means 100% this should be this one only, then only allow. So here also we are checking this, here also we are checking 2, and here also we are checking 3. So whenever the traffic is coming, if you want to check, we need to write 255 all. If you did not write last one as a 255, they will ignore this. They last number in the IP, they will not check this one. They will check this, and they will say this one, anything, no issue, we can allow. But when you put last one as 255, they are going to check complete IP. If the IP is match only, then they are going to allow. If the IP is not matched, then they are not going to allow. Okay, we need to remember this one. Now what we will do, we will do the configuration. I hope you understand that one. What I want to say, whenever we are configuring the static route, we are writing the network ID of the destination. So now I am saying don't write the network ID, write the complete IP, and subnet mask you will write /32. 32 is nothing but /32 means you will write 255.255.255.255 like this. Okay, like this we need to write. So let's do this lab so you will have the idea. I will take the notepad here. Let me take the notepad, and here I am going to do the configuration. Okay, so what I will do here, we will write the lab name, host root lab, and same thing what we do, R1 configuration, we can say R1 configuration, enable config t host name, whatever the name you have, R1, then interface fast Ethernet 0x0, then you can write IP address 192.168.1.1 255.255.255.0. Then I will write here no shirt, then other interface fast Ethernet 0x1, Then IP address, I will write here 192.168.12.1, then 255.255.255.0, and we write no shut. So this one finish IP address we assign to the R1. Now we need to write the root. So I will write host root means IP root. You need to write the complete IP. Example, you want to allow this server only, so we need to write this complete IP. So I will write here 192.168.2.3 and then complete subnet mask 32/32 means all the time 255. Then next hop, who is the next hop? This one, 192.168.12.2. So I will write here 192.168.12.2. So this way we will write R1 configuration. Okay, so let's try to copy and paste in the R1. Let's go to the CLI of R1. I will paste this configuration there. Okay, so I will paste here. If you see everything is good, no error, nothing here. If you want to save the configuration, write do WR to save the configuration. Now you can copy paste this whole configuration here, and we are going to modify as per our requirement. So this should be R2, this should be R2. We are doing for this one. F0 by 0 is 12.2, so this should be F0 by 0 should be, I will write here 12.2. This one. Now this one is 2.1. So this is the IP. Now you need to do the reverse routing. So reverse routing means you have only one IP, so you can put the one IP also, but maybe later some more computer added here. So better you assign the complete subnet. See here what this one is finished, right? Just we assign the IP address to this router. Just now we assign the IP address to this router. This one is finished. Now we will write IP root 192.168. Here this side, if you want to configure, you can write like this. Maybe you will think I will write 1.2. Okay, this if anyone want to go to this computer, forward the traffic to this 12.1. So you will say like this. This is also correct, but this is also host root. Means this PC only can access here and this PC only get the reply. But imagine in future, if anyone asks one more computer here, okay, one more computer they add here, and that computer is having the IP like 192.168.1.3, then this computer will not work if we do host reverse route as a host route. Reverse route as a host route, if we configure, then this computer will not work. Okay, let me repeat again what I am saying. First of all, whenever you are configuring the static route or the host route, you should remember we should have the forward routing and the reverse routing. Forward routing means the routing which is going from the source to destination. Source means the guy who is sending the traffic. This guy is a source. This guy who is receiving the traffic is destination. So the traffic is going from here to here. We can say this is a forward routing we have here, because we have the router. So we need to do the routing here. So that is a forward routing. And if you are pinging this server, the traffic will go back also. Reply will go for that ping. So it is going back. So we should have the reverse routing also. Forward routing, reverse routing, because we should tell to this router also, like we are saying now, if anyone want to go here, forward the traffic here. So we should say same thing. If anyone is sending the traffic from here, so if you want to return back the traffic to this guy or this network, you should forward the traffic to this IP. We should say to our router, this router R2. So how we can say, we have the two option here also. When you are doing the reverse routing, you can say I will configure the host route same as we done here in the R1. In the R1 we configure the host route. What we say? We specify the complete IP. If you write 255, that is all the time 255, that is nothing but /32. So we are saying this particular IP only. We are not putting the network ID. If you put the network ID, we can say if you put network ID here like this 192.168.2.0, then we can say all the network, whatever the IP coming in this range, that all is going to accessible. But here we say only particular IP. That's why we write like this, full-time subnets. So when you are sending the return traffic also, you can do the same thing. When you are sending the return traffic, you can say only for this computer we can return. But the problem in the future, if you have more computer, then this guy will not work. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will not do the return traffic as a host route. I will do normal route, that is network route we are calling. Host route means single device we are allowing, but the network route means we will allow complete network. So here return traffic, this is a reverse routing. I am saying that one to R2. R2, if anyone want to go to 192.168.1.0 network, I am writing the network ID of this one. Wherever host, that will become 0. So this is a network ID. I am saying IP route, if anyone want to go to this, and here you will make this as 0, then forward all this to this IP. Okay, so they will not check all this IP will not check, they will check just network ID. So for that purpose I need to make this 0. So this is the reverse routing. I hope it is clear. Let me copy and paste this one. Let's go to the R2, and sorry, this is R1. So let's go to R2 and paste this configuration in the R2. So I will go here now and I will paste this here. Okay, so I pasted here, everything is good. Now we can check. We can go to this computer, go to the command prompt and type here this IP. You can accessible or not, ping 192.168.2.3 and see. First packet, maybe first 2-3 packet will drop for the ARP, so no worries for that one. Address resolution protocol, after that it should work. So let's see. Still request timeout. If it is not working, we need to do the troubleshooting. Maybe we do something wrong. Okay, now it is working. See, starting 4 packets drop, but after that it is start working. So it is working. I can access this server, but if I try to access this one, I cannot, because we configure the host route. So this host only we can access. So if I go here, I will put here 2.2, and if I ping, see, destination host unreachable, because we configure the host route. We are saying allow only this host. We are saying that one allow only this host. So they are allowing only this one, they are not allowing this one. Okay, single host only, that is known as host route. So I hope it is clear. So what I will do, let me